Welcome to a spirit animal message. And if tonight's your birthday, I'd like to just start off by saying happy birthday. For this message, we had this energy of breaking free from old patterns, embracing change, and making room for new beginnings. There was also this energy that I felt where there was someone potentially in this energy of expectation, and take that how that resonates. And I've thought of, when we expect, let's say, money or something, or we need money for something, or we expect it, we can actually push it away from us just within that space of expectations. So releasing expectations, perhaps making a vision board, or I think of how they have videos on YouTube that you can watch, money flowing into your moment, into your present moment. And this way it's not something you're expecting, it's something that's already in front of you, it's already happening. Even if, because our minds can't make the difference between something that is not reality and something that is reality. So if we're putting ourselves into this meditative state, and then we're showing ourselves, or showing our minds, our eyes, this image of money flowing into our lives right now, it's telling the universe that we are in that energy of receiving, and that we're not expecting, and that allows that free flow to happen. Penguin, reach out to your tribe in times of need. Family gives you strength when you face the storm. Love your uniqueness. You are full of surprises. Break free from others' expectations. Just be yourself. And there was this, the way that this male was really just looking down in this loving energy towards this female that sort of, and she's got her back to him, but she's leaning on him in this, as this family connection. Pronghorn, action. Now is the time to act. Opportunities are here. Move forward with confidence. Your talents will always help you land on the pinnacle. Your quick wit and keen senses will lead you to success. So you're making those action steps, or you're taking those action steps, gaining momentum, becoming successful in maybe even many areas of your life, feeling the energy of success within you. You may also have this like childlike enthusiasm about something, even if you feel like you don't have necessarily the entire confidence of the situation. Bison, abundance. Sacred buffalo, cloak me in your wisdom. Keep me warm through the storms of life. Fill my life with goodness. Teach me the way of gratitude and prayer. So bison, that abundance. And what was I saying? It's like if you are embodying an energy where you perceive abundance in this free flow into your life, it's going to be that manifestation of free flowing into your life. The power of law of attraction, it also is, that in the moment push frequency, telling your vibrating being that this is something that you're declaring to receive, that you have already received. It's like being excited about it as though it's here before it's here. starting out, we have the Page of Pentacles and the Chariot in reverse. You may be feeling like you don't necessarily feel like you have the confidence to move forward with something because you don't feel like you know enough. Like this page who hasn't quite experienced enough to move to that Knight. This is your manifestations, your solid new beginnings. There is this energy where you're feeling just like you don't have the entire confidence. You're working to establish yourself in a new space or a new profession, possibly. But you don't feel like you have the confidence to put the whole momentum of yourself towards it. Maybe you're just uncertain about yourself. Something I think of oddly right now is, I know it might be sounding unusual, but there's this understanding that I've learned about sometimes writing a word, and I think of the word confidence, and then there's this magic number of 108, and writing that word confidence 108 times and just see how it shifts you within towards anything. What's crossing your path? That was too many cards at once. What is crossing this energy? You're highly intuitive. You're very tapped into your consciousness, the great all of consciousness. So you're receiving also intuition about your path on a regular basis. You could be a tarot reader or a spiritual guide of some sort. Or this is a guide coming in to assist you navigate within your manifestations. I guess that's how that resonates. But you're coming here, you're intuitive. You're here right now, you're intuitive. And everybody is. Every single person on this planet is intuitive. It's just some people are more conscious of it. And the more conscious of it you are, the more you practice it, the stronger it gets. So your destiny is to be that master manifester, to be able to, that Knight of Cups, lead with love and passion and conviction and that flow, right? He's riding a fish, okay? He's not riding a horse, he's riding a fish. So he's riding a creature that lives underwater, which is a symbolism for the unconscious. So it's like you're right. You feel like in your destiny, and you're this you have this ability to be this master manifester, and I don't think maybe you quite comprehend or understand that part of yourself. You haven't quite remembered that whole part of yourself. You're on that precipice of learning this about yourself, which is the new beginning, I feel, is more about how you understand yourself, how you know yourself. And your destiny is to be that manifester of existence, taking your inspired action steps. You're coming into your power, working with nature and the divine. And I feel like this is your destiny. Your destiny is to come into your power. Your destiny is to work more with the all, to know yourself and the world around you in this incredible way. So you're able to lead with your passions and your purposes. That's upside down. What is your recent past? Your recent past. Something. So you could be receiving a new, in the distant past, you may have come across a new connection in love. You see these two gentlemen sharing each other's cup with each other. You could be in the distant past, just, I don't know if this is a love connection or a business connection. Ooh. Emperor and the Three of Coins. This is a committed relationship with an emperor. In the recent past, somebody decided to commit to you. A committed relationship. Success, new doors opening. And I also see this as a sort of engagement type card also. However, in this depiction, it looks like these two kids are in school. And they're in school with a teacher that is teaching them of the hidden magic within nature. So the hidden magic within nature. And then the Emperor. So in the recent past, there was some magic with you and another person, bringing in a partner. Being in your personal power, standing in your personal power. But this feels more of someone coming into your life that assists you to feel empowered and loved. And seen comes to mind. Don't be afraid, I guess, also is a message to open up, being vulnerable, tapping into that feminine energy within you, not just the masculine. What is a future influence? Ooh. Okay, so we have the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Pentacles. So you got two queens. The queen did fall in reverse. This one did. 1 second. So the Queen of Wands is this energy of standing in your personal power and being in that leadership role. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. This could mean that you have some focus on the material world, materialistic, like an emphasis on the material. And there is this call to get into tune with your spiritual side, so that the expectation can be removed and the abundance that you are naturally, that is your divine right, can magnetically be drawn to you. Because maybe that was this energy of expectation that I was feeling before this started. And maybe it's like, because there is maybe a lot of things that you utilize your funds for materialistically. There is, since this did come out in reverse, you may be too focused on it. And that's part of the message. Ooh, Judgment again, but it flew off the table. Decisions needing to be made. Okay. All right. So, a perspective on this situation to gain clear perspective. That's a lot at once. I only feel like it's this one. Empress. Standing in your personal power. I'll just do it out. Justice. You know, justice over a situation, or you bringing justice to a situation yourself. Standing in your divine feminine. I think of how in the beginning of this message, 13 was this number that kept repeating itself, which is this symbolism for the feminine. You know, people have demonized that number 13 when it is a feminine number. So in that space of demonizing the number, it's almost demonizing an aspect of the feminine itself within the entire collective. Knight of Wands. Pushing forward. Gaining, passionately leading towards, this is your perspective. So a perspective is you're headed in the right direction. And you're making quick decisions, and everything is going in this fast pace. One second. What is this? 19. And the sun came out in reverse, And I feel like there is this issue of potentially not recognizing that things are changing as quickly as they are. Maybe it's almost like there's parts of the situation that you're not completely seeing clearly. Like the sun is here, it's in reverse, so there's parts of your life, of your moment to moment, that you may not be seeing entirely clearly. Then we have, let's see, environment. What is your environment? Ooh, okay. 9 of Pentacles. You're almost there. You're in this enlightenment, enjoyment, success. I think this is 9 of Pentacles. It's like 1 pentacle away from the 10. You're about to succeed in something, and I feel like this message is here to remind you to get in tune with yourself in this deeper way, so that you don't miss an opportunity. How are you feeling? You could be feeling an energy where you required to go within, which is exactly what this message has kind of been emphasizing. You feel like going within to clear yourself, to clear your mind, to clear your vision, to clear any fog or any confusion. You feel like you require this time to go within and introspect, meditate, because that light, I feel, is almost the symbolism for the sun, only it's just this flame, right? Because that singular flame, I think of that as like a micro of a sun almost, because of the fact that the sun is made up of all of this burning gas. It's all this fire, right? And that small flame is this tool to assist you to connect to your own inner light, that inner sun that is also a part of the universe. To see yourself, to see things clearer. And a final results. No. That didn't even feel right. Okay. So you have the Queen of Cups and the Fool. Moving forward, you feel this nurturing energy towards this leap of faith. It's like the steady progression of life, continuously making those leaps of faith as this loving, nurturing energy. who fills her own cup or his own cup, but is also very nurturing towards that feminine aspect of self. And maybe it's like moving into the future, you are making this action steps, this initiating beginning action towards remembering your femininity, remembering, and it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, it does not matter. If you are a man, you have femininity, and the sooner the men in this world accept that part of themselves a little bit more, just being in more tune with that part of themselves, because it doesn't take away from their masculinity. I feel like it enhances it. It brings it into a more whole spectrum of being versus being just more one-sided. And I feel like that's just the same as for a woman being far too feminine. Not to say it's bad, but because being your feminine side is not bad. Being respected, respecting your own, respecting love within you. I'm going to do one of these spirit animal messages. Maybe it'll help gain some clarity where I might not be quite there. Scorpion, in a new relationship, passions offers the challenge of ecstasy and pain. So, possibly starting a new relationship, or maybe working to find that right relationship, and there's always that potentiality within a new relationship that it could be this ecstasy. However, it can be painful, especially when things don't work out and say they break your heart, or vice versa. So someone potentially could had recently came into your life. You may have been starting to date again, maybe, and someone hurt your heart, or just wasn't the right person. Although this could also just mean how to remember to be that love and strength at the same time within that understanding that love can be this ecstasy and pain, or pain. I'm going to pull a card from the 42 Ideals of Ma'at in Daily Life. Oh, it dropped on the floor, and I have a rule. If it hits the floor, it doesn't get used at that time. If it comes out again, on the other hand, this came out just recently for me. This is coming out again. I am accepting. I am accepting. So 31, 31, 13. Those numbers are significant. 31 and 13, which is also, you think 3, 1 is 4, and 13, 1, 3 is 4. In all of life's uncertainties, one absolute certainty remains. Although we live, we shall also die. As we wake, so we shall dream. The only permanence is impermanence, and by accepting this noble truth, we can find the splendor in being. Ancient Egyptian mystery schools, the Cometians in particular, emphasize this ideal in many of their teachings, finding reverence in the star Sirius as the beacon of light to remind us of accepting the cosmos' choreography of flux. The Egyptians observed how this star would sink into a west and disappear from the evening sky, hidden from sight for 70 days, before emerging in the east in the morning, rising to shine yet again. Death was referred to as westing and seen as a doorway to another possibility, a portal of potentiation. The popular yet also ancient Lord's Prayer is practiced as a Christian form of communion with the divine, but its native tongue of Aramaic and alchemical meaning can be found, especially in relationship to I am accepting. O brother, father, mother of the cosmos, you create all that moves in light. Focus on light within us, make it useful as the rays of the beacon show the way. Create your reign of unity through your fiery hearts and willing hands. Your one desire then acts with ours, as in all light, so in all forms. Grant what we need each day in bread and insight, substance for the call of growing life. Loose the cords of mistakes, binding us as we release the strands we hold of others' guilt. Loose the cords of making, binding us as we release the strands we hold of others' guilt. Don't let us enter forgetfulness, but free us from unrightness. From you is born all ruling will, the power and the life to do, the song that beautifies all, from age to age it renews. Truly, power to these statements, may they be the source from which all actions grow, sealed in trust and faith. Amen. In the modern world, death is something evocative of sadness, grief, and mourning. Our relationship to an end is perhaps so feared because of the very nature of current culture is so deeply rooted in attachment. Beyond death is the physical sense, even the notion of ego death, or letting go of the fears that cripple and bind us to the lower worlds, perpetuates nebulous thinking patterns, leaving us paralyzed from becoming the cosmic expression of light we are truly designed to be. In passing through and out of life, when the sun sets, let us not mourn its temporary slumber, while the moon shines in its place. The sun shall rise again when the morning comes. Ebb and flow are the nature of the universe, the cosmic tides of life force washing away the metaphorical sandcastles we build with the attention and action we put into the architecture of our lifetime. Our memories are a mandala, and although they may eventually find their exhalation and expiration in the physical sense, the imprints of beauty placed into our consciousness never go away. If we nurture what has passed by honoring the past and allowing it to transform, into its greater iteration. Our invisible spirit is in an immortal state of constant change, and in honoring the ideal of acceptance, we can let go of expectations as we accept our incandescent nature and honor it by bringing heaven to earth as we journey from earth to heaven, focusing our light and beautifying all. There's this like energy of like, it sounds like somebody saying like love. Maybe somebody is on the other side. Maybe somebody that had passed on, even, that is saying, you know, they love you, maybe even. And they can take that how that resonates. No, there's this energy of just, I just kept hearing this word, love, love. Loving into yourself, loving into yourself, loving into you. I pray this message assists you on your journeys, and that you all find your ways on your path forwards with letting go of expectations and being yourself and allowing the universe to unfold, but not in a way where you're not sending, you're embodying your manifestations. I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you. Live in peace. And until next time, it's not ever goodbye.